so we'll jump quickly in the second game, which is Hotform versus Torlk. I believe they played a couple of games already, so let's see. There are
Is it
demands.
casting or playing?
Who, Torlk or Hotform?
Hotform looking
Hotform.
sharp as always.
Torlk is one of the biggest casters in France as well.
Yeah, I just, was referencing to his tie and
Oh,
shirt,
okay,
you know.
okay. All right, guys, you take over. Have fun.
Thanks a lot,
Thank you.
Dim. So
Oh,
we are
it's
going-
already 2-1.
Yeah, we
Wow.
are going to the game, and Hotform's actually 2-1 up over Torlk, and Hotform to probably
Playing his version of Freeze Mage, I would say.
his version of Freeze Mage.
Sorry,
It's
his
like-
version of
that's
Tempo
a,
Mage.
That's a crazy version of Freeze Mage I can see there, but yeah, it does look like the Tempo Mage that Hotform sort of came to be known for quite quickly. By
yeah,
the really,
with the roaring torches, like
yeah,
of pain,
yeah.
right?
It's almost like just Burn Mage a lot of the time. You just draw a lot of
Mhm.
cards and go face a lot with spells, so looking pretty good overall. And he is against the Murloc Shaman himself.
It's like the kind of harsher variation of red deck wins.
Yeah, exactly. Just all aggressive, but Water Elemental is definitely a pretty good card to get some trading done as well. But so yeah, the Lava Burst and Thing from Below and Flame Tongue Totem in hand for the Shaman. So definitely a lot of options here as he's built up the board, and currently no AoE at the moment in Hotform's hands. So not those Flame Strikes we've been seeing.
But Hotform wasn't playing Flame Strikes.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the thing. This is something that RDU managed to popularize, and I like it a lot. I really liked it a lot. The time when we discussed with Solo, Dreamhack Summer, the fact that he's playing double Flame Strikes, we're just super surprised how good it is, because it actually was sweeping people.
Yeah.
Every single time he drew the Flame Strike, it was perfect. And it had so much value. I don't know about the current metagame, but I feel like it's still very valuable.
I think with like just the reduction in how many sort of big combo decks there are in the game at the moment, and a lot of the decks are just board centric, minion based trading games, then like a lot of the times if you draw Flame Strike and can play it, unless you're already ahead, which fantastic, it's probably really good.
Yep.
But most importantly though, we see Yogg in Hotform's hand, so that's the interesting one. We want this game to go 4 more turns just to see what Yogg does.
Well, do we?
Yes.
Okay, then.
It's definitely entertaining, Lothar, regardless of what you may think about the card itself.
And it's the only card in Hearthstone that can actually go with a play-by-play commentary.
Yeah. Just turn into play-by-play casters, it'll work. We see the Flameweed Faceless come down from Torlk, so a lot of pressure now building on the board, and both players are actually even on health, so looks like Torlk has the advantage so far and might actually force Hotform to, just Fireball Ping. It's not really a threat you can leave on the board if you've got the option.
Well, it's not a problem to Fireball that 7/7 Giant because of the fact that he has already the Yogg in hand. He has that, that mindset that, oh, okay, if everything goes bad, I can just Yogg and reset the board, most likely, right? Without the Yogg, he'll be thinking, oh, damn it, I'm using a really huge amount of resources to deal with his board, and I don't have a way of making a comeback, right? So this Yogg not guarantees, but it's a very high chance of making a comeback. So it's like kind of like a Flame Strike with something on top of it, right?
And this is where we see the sort of slant of Hotform's list. We see the Roaring Torch come in, and I believe he's more than likely playing 2, if this is the list he was playing earlier, which means that there's just a lot of potential damage output out of nowhere you can do with this deck. Water Elemental coming down now, which is definitely going to help versus Doomhammer, and pretty much going to require some form of response from Hotform, as it will reduce the damage quite a lot if he's not allowed to swing that weapon. But he does have a Thing from Below to block out if he really wants to.
Look how much damage is that. It's 10, 11, and 6 from Lava Burst. That's 17 damage this turn if he would like to play the Lava Burst. I believe he would like to.
Yeah, get it in.
Yeah, because you have your spell power right now. So you have Air Power Totem as well this turn. So if your opponent doesn't clear that up, Lightning Bolt just kills him next turn.
Yeah, it's the most damage you're going to do. Oh, he's going to use the Lava Burst to actually kill off the Water Elemental. That's good. I mean, he's got lethal on board, right? So unless once one of these minions is dealt with, he has the damage to kill his opponent anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So we see Hotform Arcane Select. Is that going to give him enough answers? He can go for Flamewaker and Roaring Torch, which looks like it's the obvious play here to clear up the 5/5, make the with no other cards in hand for the Shaman, makes like the potential lethal a lot less realistic, especially after seeing a Rockfire.
Yep. Now it looks like the Yogg would probably have to go down. Well,
no, I don't know. Like
Acid Drake and Archon Missiles is actually 6 damage divided by for the entire board, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you are getting super low, and that Doomhammer will get you to 2 HP, which is then just nullified Let's say
No,
by Lightning
yeah,
Bolt, Rock Biter.
I do like, see, we can see Hotform smiling there. He's like, is this the Yogg turn? But I do like Drake as it opens up potential, more options. And because the board is such low health minions, the likelihood on the missiles being able to clear this whole board, especially he can ping if he wants, and then next turn, hoping there's no damage drawn to finish the game, he can just play Yogg and be like, okay, this is it or it isn't.
I really like the fact that Hotform attacked with his Flamewaker into the totem, because it basically guarantees you that the 2 damage will go to the face anyway, right? Because otherwise you might have a situation when you ping the totem once and you're like, okay, this is really awkward because I can develop the...
It's just clean, right?
The Acolyte of Pain, yes. And now, Yoggs are on for Bloodlust.
Okay, yeah, this is the question, right? Do you attack first in this instance, or do you not attack? Or, by the looks of things, do you just Frostbolt him in the face?
I guess drawing first was the best option, to be honest, because now the Frostbolt is very appealing. It plays around second Doomhammer and a second Rockbiter. Around
true.
2 cards. And your opponent... oh, that's actually good as well. I mean, this is the same as Frostbolt, basically, right? But in general, I like the Frostbolt way better than the Yogg. But first...
You're just against fun, aren't you, Lothar?
Yes, I am. But maybe, I'm not sure if he counted the damage. Like, if he would have played Yogg and it got like a Savage Roar, was it lethal? Was it not? If it would be a Bloodlust, maybe there was some kind of, place to be flexible and think about the options first, right? From Yogg, what you can get.
Yeah, exactly. But look at that draw, though. That draw of Mirror Image was so important because it did stop the lethal happening, because it was the Argent Horse Rider that was drawn. So Hotform is going to take that game, and I believe that's going to be 3-1 over. So yeah, Hotform takes the win off the back of his his mage has become most known for, I would say, at this point.
That Argent Horse Rider, by the way, stopped in its track. That kind of hurt, right? Because that Acolyte of Pain
It was the last draw from the
That was
crazy.
really ridiculous. So,
Yeah,
I mean, well played.
Yeah,
no Yogg, and he won.
Finished up that set really quick, so Nimsh didn't go too far.
Yeah, I didn't go too far, but still I was able to enjoy some of the great plays by Hotform playing the Tempo Mage. And Tempo Mage was one of his main decks that he was playing in the NA qualifiers first to go to the World Championships. And a lot of people actually don't know, but Hotform is the finalist of the last year's World Championship, so he was only second to Skaka to take the title. He's so strong. He came here to Spain to compete in the Dreamhack, and also Hotform was playing in a lot of Dreamhacks before, so a lot of experience. And his opponent Torlk, one of the best French players, went 6-1 in the Swiss in the group stages at the Hearthstone Festival. So Torlk really is good, and top 8 finish in the Dreamhack. But Hotform is here with us. How are you doing, man? Like, congratulations.
Good. Thank you. I mean, it always feels nice to win, right? But there's a lot more rounds still, so I gotta stay focused for quite a bit more.
We didn't see much of that game, because we had we pitched in like in a half of the last match, basically. So can you tell us more what was happening?
Well, you at least saw me very scared to play Yogg Saron, probably.
Yes.
Yes, we'll talk about it.
I was like, if it heals me, but it's probably more likely to kill me or damage my board. The other matches, first we played Warlock versus Warlock Mirror. And I had a feeling he was going to play Warlock first. Most people, I picked the Mage, and then the Warlock is a good pick in his lineup to stop that. So my counter was to pick my Warlock into him. I won that one. Then I beat his Rogue with my Warlock, which was just a face race. It was not a very amazing game, so you didn't miss much there. Then he beat me with his Shaman on my Warlock, and then we played the last game there.
Yep.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, it's very nervous playing Yogg Saron when you're up there on stage. Whole different experience. When you're playing it on stream, you just, we'll throw it, see what happens, right?
Yeah,
but when
exactly.
you're there.
It was kind of crazy, though, actually, because you drew the mirror image, and you probably didn't see it, but the card he drew was Argent Horse Rider, and it was just like, wow. Like one of the cards he had as an out, unless you did the additional, got the additional draws through the acolytes there. So kind of crazy, last-minute defense, but it was enough to win the game.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Do you think like if he would actually, he lava bursted the Water Elemental. If he would go lava burst face,
I think the Water Elemental was really strong there. It was going to stop his Doomhammer, so it was a good choice.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It was, I mean, he could have top-decked the turn before I got the mirror image too, right? He had a draw where he could have killed me.
Yeah, he drew the second Doomhammer.
Definitely taking a bit of a gamble there, but it worked.
All right. And how do you feel about this event? Like, you've been to DreamHacks before. Do you think this is your event again? Are you going to take it all the way to the top?
I mean, I'll do my best, but it's always interesting. I was actually talking about this with the players earlier. In Hearthstone, you're doing statistics all day. You're trying to figure out your best odds to win. So when you come to something like this, if you assume all the other players are reasonably good players, your odds to win are actually very low. There's a huge number of players out there that can take you down. So generally, I don't come to these and think like I'll be first place. I just make sure that I play my games best I can, and if it works out, then that's the way it goes.
And with your lineup, are you feeling confident about your lineup,
Oh,
or
yeah.
would you love to change some things?
So I brought Warlock, Warrior, Shaman, Mage. So Warlock, Warrior, Shaman, all three of those are classes that commonly get banned.
Yeah.
So it gives your opponent a really tough choice of what to ban. Chances are they ban the Warrior. And then obviously I've had a lot of success with Mage. It's something that I feel pretty passionate about, so I was happy to bring it as a fourth deck.
All right, good stuff. Guys, do you have
Thank
more
you.
questions to Hotform?
I guess you should prepare for your next round.
Yeah,
so
hopefully
just
I'm here
focus on
next
that.
time.
We'll let
Yeah.
you go.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Hotform. And for you guys, we will be back in, well, we'll prepare the players for the third round. We'll see how long it takes because the players are probably still playing. This is Swiss, so we cannot start the next round till the last pair actually finishes, but maybe we'll grab someone for an interview. So just give us some time and we'll be back with the third round.